Hello, welcome in. Today is February 7th, 2024. It's not a very nice day out, but man, it's bright. I've started a new routine with castor oil, so I'm seeing how it helps grow my eyelashes and my eyebrows. Um, they're pretty much the same as they were before chemo when they fell out, but yeah, I think I would like to see a little more substance there. And well, my eyelashes are pretty good. They're just, I don't know, not the same as they used to be. And well, putting it on my skin, it's really helping with detoxification. I have some lymphatic drainage issues, and using it on that part, it's working amazing. But I got a little bit in my eye, I think, today. And that's another thing. It's supposed to help with eyesight, and honestly, I've only been using it for about a week, and besides getting it in my eye, you don't put it right in your eye, you put it on your lids and around. But I can tell already, like my skin is nicer, even my neck looks better, my eyesight is improving. So yeah, I'm excited to see where this takes me. And you can see, because I sit here in this extraordinarily bright window, it doesn't even matter if it's a crappy day. Yeah, it really shows all the things, right? So yeah, follow along and let's see what happens with it. Anyways, we're not here for that. We are here for our question of the day, number 28 of 100 days, 100 ways trails taken. The question today is, do you have family or cultural traditions? Yes or no? Well, are you keeping your family traditions? Do you adhere to your cultural traditions? I think it would be so awesome. I don't really have any. When I was younger, growing up with my mother and my sisters and my stepfather, we did usual celebrations around traditional Christian holidays, Christmas, Easter, and then of course Thanksgiving. Everybody came together, and I think that's kind of the best part about having these things, is like the celebrating together and the togetherness of it. I know my sister, she's with Italian, and they do festa every year, and I know my own mother loves to go now, so that's kind of fun, right? My nephew, I've not been, but I've seen pictures and it looks very fun. So yeah, like getting back into our old ways and our heritage and our ancestry, and finding the roots and the things that made them tick, the reasons why they came together, the celebrations that they found so important or sacred. I think a lot of older ancient traditions maybe did things a little bit differently, sacrifices and things like that. Of course, I don't think that's really where we need to go these days. But the traditions around that and the meaning for doing that, you don't actually have to give up a life, I think, to do the celebrating part. I really love things around, especially nighttime ones, bonfires and looking at the stars and following the moon, like Lunar New Year. I believe that's I think it's coming up. It's not yet. I think it's on the 10th of February, I believe. Don't shoot me if I'm wrong. But I like to go by my New Year actually being the March equinox, which I think I mentioned before. That's my birthday also, so it's perfectly my New Year, because I start a new year of my own birth. Yeah, so it's super exciting. I think it's interesting to like look into your past and see the kinds of things that your culture might have represented. The colors and the food and the drinks and the special ceremonies and rituals and things. Yeah, have a look, see what you find out. You might find you're more connected to some of it than you had thought, because sometimes we're like you know, in here we like, oh, I love to follow the phases of the moon. And then you find out in the past, you know, maybe your family was pagan, or, you know, you had some kind of druid thing in your past, like a family history, or, you know, whatever. There's like so many things. Like Chinese New Year is super cool. The year of the wood dragon. It's supposed to be very lucky for some astrology signs, if you follow such a thing. Yeah, I don't know. You should check it out. See what you find out for yourself. And I think some of the things around the triggers for me are not knowing and not having had those traditions to grow up with. It's disappointing in a way. And, you know, I wasn't able to pass those on to my children because they didn't know. And yeah, so now it's time for me to dig in and see what's interesting. And yeah, maybe my children will be interested in the end. You know, maybe we'll have some celebrations and maybe they'll think it's fun and pick them up too. Yeah, starting new traditions is never a bad thing either, you know. Blending cultures, blending our ways, you know, our spouse or, excuse me, our, you know, our friends, maybe our friends are really into some sort of thing and we find it fascinating, so why not try it, right? Go where your heart calls you, and you'll never go wrong that way. Anyways, I wish you a very good day, and I'll see you tomorrow. Until then, be well.